We're always afraid that we don't have enough. We're always afraid that we'll never be enough. And the one thing that drives everybody is they just want to know that they're enough. Every time I do a presentation, I think, in my head, I knocked it out of the park. I knocked the cover off the ball. But I always go to the person who hired me and said, hey, did I hit the mark? Because everybody wants to know that did we do a good job? Are we enough? And I'm here to say you are enough. We don't always need that outside influence, that outside pat on the back. You have all the resources inside of you that you ever need. And all you need is resourcefulness. When you look at businesses out there and you ask businesses, why did they fail? Well, they didn't have enough money. They didn't have the right people. They didn't have the right circumstances, the economy, the market. Something was wrong. But that was not the true hindrance to their success. They have all the resources inside of them. You have all the resourcefulness inside of you. You don't need more money to market. You don't need money to hire people. You just need to get out there and start telling your story. You have all the resources inside of you. The resources are not outside of us. The number one currency you have is how you invest your time. Once you understand that that's your biggest resource, and that resource comes inside you of your decision of how am I going to invest my time? What am I going to do? Am I going to spend this hour going to the gym, or am I going to spend it sitting on the couch eating Doritos? Am I going to spend this hour reading a book, or am I going to spend it, having a beer? Am I going to spend this hour fueling my life and creating my life, or am I going to spend it as a passerby? And all things that we have in our life really boils down to our resourcefulness. You have all the resources inside of you. It's just taking those resources, aligning them with your goal, aligning them with your purpose, and taking action. And so I encourage you, understand that you are good enough. You have everything inside of you, and keep pushing. Life is about being prepared and creating that resourcefulness. And the number one resource that you have to exercise is your time. It's how you invest your time that leads to your success. You get your time to compound on itself, where every minute that you have becomes more valuable. See, then you become more successful. If I asked you how much do you make, a lot of people tell me how much they make per hour. That's not how much you make per hour. That's how much value you do within that hour that somebody's willing to pay you for. So if you can increase the amount of value you put in an hour, you'll increase the amount of money that you earn in an hour. Getting a minimum wage, that's the wrong focus. When you're focused on the minimum wage, you're saying, I want to do the minimum amount to get that minimum, I'm going to provide the minimum value in that hour to get the minimum amount. You really should think about is how do I increase my value so I can get an infinite amount for my hours. And so really it's not about creating more resources outside of you. It's exercising the resources inside of you, exercising your time, investing your time, creating more value for each one of your minutes, each one of your hours, each one of your days. And then you're not worried about minimum wage. You're worried about maximum wage for the value that you're creating in each one of the hours that you live.